Yeah, it's April, and it's time for Veda. Veda, Veda, Veda.
What's up, G Squad? It is your girl, and we are back with another video. Y'all know the housekeeping rules. If you would like to be part of the G Squad, all you have to do is click that subscribe button, y'all. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you're updated every time we upload a new video. Now, on to this video. Today's video is going to be quick, simple, easy. You're going to be able to do this at home. I'm going to teach you step by step. We are making our version of Taco Bell's Mexican pizza. Okay? Just in case they feel like they want to go MIA again, we know we can make it here at home. There's husband in the background. He's going to be helping me put this together. And let me turn the camera around and show you all the ingredients. Very simple. You're going to want to make this at home. So, quick and easy. We got some taco seasoning. You can get the Taco Bell seasoning if you want. But, and you can also make you some taco seasoning. I will link my video for how to make taco seasoning in the description. Some enchilada sauce, some red sauce. How many of y'all remember back in the day they used to put the black olives on the Mexican pizza? I'm putting it on mine. Some tomato. I don't have any green onion. Y'all know how we do. We use what we got. So I'm using this purple onion. As far as my cheeses, I'm going to use this Mexican style cheese. And I'm also going to use some asadero cheese. Great for melting. As well as you're gonna need some water for your taco meat. I've got some flour tortillas, and then in the G Squad fashion, I'm going to be using some ground chuck and some ground turkey mixed up. The other thing that we're going to be using for this, you can't forget, your refried beans. Yep, can of refried beans. Put it in the microwave. It's already done. All you're doing is heating it up. So, yeah. And I think that's it. Let's get into this video, y'all. Alright, so we are going to start with cutting up our vegetables. I got my purple onion right here that I'm just going to dice up as much as I can. Save the rest of that onion for something else. So if you we're going to be going in the oven with this at a particular point in the video, so you want to make sure that your oven is preheated to 400 degrees. After this, y'all gonna be making y'all Mexican pizzas at home. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Taco Bell Mexican pizzas. It's all I get pretty much when I go there, besides like a Nacho Bel Grande. Comment below what you get from Taco Bell when you go. But when they stopped selling the Mexican pizzas, it was like I remember I signed a petition. I know. It was on Facebook. I signed a petition to like bring it back. Like, what are y'all doing? How is the best selling product the one that you discontinued? It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make very good business sense to me. Like, you keep that on. I know things get outdated or whatever, but what ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you agree, babe?
Amen.
Don't be trying to fix it if it ain't broke. Like, leave it alone. It was just fine. And you know it was, because when they brought it back, y'all couldn't keep it in stock. Could not keep it in stock. Every time. you pull up, it's a sign, no Mexican pizzas. No Mexican pizzas. We purposefully waited until like 2 weeks after the Mexican pizza came back into, you know, on the market. We purposefully waited just to make sure that, you know, all the hype about it had died down or whatever. Man, that hype did not die down. We sat in a line that was wrapped around the corner for, I know, 30 minutes. I know. Yes, or better, just to get up to the speaker, and they didn't have it. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, that's one of the things that y'all should have probably had somebody outside saying with a sign, no Mexican pizza ingredients or whatever, just to see how many people would have got out of that line. You know, we got out the line because that was what we went for. So yeah, but now you can make it on your own with your own ingredients, however you want to do it. I'm just gonna put this onion in this bowl and make it to your own liking. I know prepping for it just takes a little time, but once it's rolling, it's rolling. That's right. So this is definitely something you can do beforehand. All right, so that's the onions, and I'm going to cut up some tomato. Alright, so here are my tomatoes all cut up. I'm just going to put them to the side. And I missed some onion over here. Alright, we're going to put this tomatoes and onions to the side because that's our topping. I think I'm going to use a little bit of onion from inside my meat. And I'm going to go ahead and get my oven, not my oven, but my stove, get my pan hot so it's ready for my meat. And I've got a pound of ground beef and a pound of ground turkey, as you saw at the beginning of this video. And off camera, I'm just opening up this meat. All right, so let's add our ground turkey in and our ground chuck. And so you want to get this down to where it is chopped down like taco meat. You don't want big pieces. You want it nice and crumbly. And I do have this on a high heat. So chop, chop, chop. And we're not going to add any of the taco seasoning until you drain your meat off, if it needs to be drained. If you're dealing with just turkey meat, it's probably not going to need to be drained. But I've got an 80-20 blend of ground chuck, and I'm going to add some onions to it. Again, this is my version of the Mexican pizza. And for my vegetarian people, I guess you could maybe do this with Beyond Meat, you know, with your version of meat. I'm pretty sure that you can. And I say vegetarian, not vegan, because, you know, we using cheese and, you know, that's a form of dairy. So I think you just want to get it nice and crumbly, chop down as much as you can, because remember, it's going on your Mexican pizza shell that we're going to be frying up in just a little bit after this is done. So look, this yielded this is not so like greasy. I know y'all probably see that. That's more of water from the ground turkey. I see a little bit of oil from the chuck, but it's not much. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to drain it or not, or just go in with the taco seasoning. What you think, babe?
Yeah, I think we should go in with the taco seasoning, because I think we were going to use water anyway.
Yeah, I have.
So yeah, I'll go in with the taco seasoning, because they don't look like too much grease.
from what you can see.
From what I can see, yeah.
I think I see some oil. Golly. I was trying to prevent from messing up more dishes and having to drain this off. But I think the longer it cooks, the more oil coming off of.
Yeah. So go on and put that taco seasoning on there.
No. It has to be drained. Yeah. I just said that the more oil comes off, not comes off and disappears, it's coming off in the pan. So we're going to drain this meat. It is ready to go. We're going to do a quick little drain, rinse with the hot water, and then we're going to return it back to this skillet. And when you see us, we'll be back at the stove. So somehow the phone ran out of space when we were putting this together, but I wanted to give y'all some quick instructions. Take a frying pan and put a little bit of oil in your pan. Let it get nice and hot. Take your flour tortillas, punch some like holes in them, you know, like little holes, so that it doesn't puff up when it hits the grease. And you're just gonna fry both of those tortillas until they're nice and golden brown. It does not take long on both sides. Set them to the side so they can drain. On your bottom shell, you're gonna put your beans and your meat and some cheese. And then on your top shell, you'll cover it with your top shell and you'll put the enchilada sauce and cheese, and then your tomatoes and your onions, and then olives are also an option, as you can see in the photos later that I added olives to mine. You'll put this back in the oven, 350 degrees, just for a little bit until your cheese is melted. And then that is your Mexican pizza.